Alright, go work on the Ford Fender again today here, and what I'm going to start with is just going to put some glazing putty over this. This is all finished here. I'm going to put a real thin coat of glazing putty on it, you know, probably be so thin you'll be transparent. And up here, and then we'll move on to this this centerpiece here. But with this glazing putty, you know, you can buy glazing putty here by the quart. And here's another brand. This is good too. This is good stuff, but it costs like $30 for this. Here is not even a quart; it's 30 ounces. And then they start selling it, and then they start selling it by the pound. This is 2 1/4 pounds, so you don't even know, you know, what it's how much is in there. But anyway, like I say, this stuff here costs 30 gallons or $30 for roughly a quart, you know. And all it is thinned out body putty. You know, and a whole gallon, you get a whole gallon of putty for $15. I don't know if you can see that. So what you do is you buy this this brand, just happens to be called plastic thinner. I probably got it on a shelf over there from the 70s, something we used to call plastic honey. But it's all this is resin, and that's all it says. All body putty is talc and resin. You know, and the more resin you put in, the smoother and thinner it goes. It flows better. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to waste the good brand name stuff on this truck or this Fender. You know, you use the good stuff when you got a good car or a customer car. You know, something you don't even want to take a chance of it failing, because you know, who knows? You know, you mix too much of this or not enough of it, and who knows what's going to happen. But that's what we're going to do. We're just going to mix our own and go from there. We're not going to use the good stuff on this. This isn't worthy of it. So let me get the pallet out, and we'll start mixing some up. All right. Yeah. Don't take much at all. You know, only a couple drops. I guess more than a couple, huh? Okay. We're gonna try that. We're gonna go with that. And I'm not gonna put the hardener in until I get the viscosity that I want here. It's getting nice and creamy. See how nice it is? Look at it dripping. It's probably good enough, but I'm going to put a couple more drops in there, just for fun. Okay, plenty. It's plenty. That's why it can't last so long. You don't use much. This isn't the applicator I'm going to apply it with. I'm just mixing it with this. Let me go get another applicator. Don't go away. All right. I'm going to mix it with an older applicator, you know. But when I put this on, I want a brand new one, so it's perfectly smooth. All right. It's a lot nicer to mix this stuff too. It's a lot smoother. So here. Alright, you know what? I'm going to turn these a little bit so there you go. You get a little better view. Stuff back here. I'm going to say. It's going to be so thin it's almost transparent. Okay. I might get in your way, so bear with me. See those little pinhole right there? That gets all your air bubbles out too when you do it. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. It's tough trying to get it smooth down here because you got so many different contours. But we'll do it. We'll do it. I'm in trouble here because got the table in the way, but get it. We'll get it. I don't even know why I'm doing the bottom here. This is crazy. I guess because I had the putty. Who cares if there's a pinhole in the bottom of the truck, right? Road King. Let me clean this up a little. Sometimes the more you mess with something, the worse it gets. Alright, let me fix this up here. I almost forgot about this. here. Okay. So there's no waste here. I turn you around so I can see you. And then so there's no waste. Let's take what little bit we have here. Put it here. Right. We'll let that harden up, and then we'll come back and we'll start doing this. All right. All right. This glazing putty's all cured, and it's a nice coat. Now, remember I told you it should be almost transparent. Well, you can see right here it is transparent, but I don't know how well you can see in the light or on the camera here, but I could actually see that whole line going up right to here. So it's pretty much transparent, and that'll just take I'll take some 220 and smooth that down, and it'll be perfect. Even over here, I don't know how well you can see this, but you can see the body work underneath it, and that's the way you put glazing putty on. Just fill slight imperfections and pinholes. All right, I taped this out so I don't damage the rest of this fender around the area here when I sand. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mix up some putty and put a, it's not that thick. You guys think this is thick. That's probably, if anything, that's 1/8 of an inch. In one spot over here, it was about 1/4. But other than that, it's not going to take much putty at all. But I'm going to put enough on there so I can cheese grade it and get my shape. So I'm going to mix that and do that, and then next time I see you guys, we'll do a little cheese grading, okay? All right, we slop some putty on there, and it's hard, and you can hear it's a little rubbery right now. Almost ready to grade. This here is going to be a little tough because, as a matter of fact, I'm going to use an old grater here, something that'll fit right in here so I don't damage too much material. But I got a body line that goes right across here, and I might even break this in half and try and cut it down. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll come back to you when it's ready to go. Alright, it's still a little soft, but we're going to start anyway. That way by the time we get to the end it'll be pretty good. See, that's why it's coming off a little, it's not curling up the way it should, it's still a little gummy. It's okay though, hang in there. This will get all the real high spots off. It looks like you're wasting a lot of putty, but you're not, You're just saving a lot of sand. And like I said, there's a body line that goes in there, so this got to cut way down. You're not going to see this, but I'm going to get the bottom off here. Okay. Every second's getting a little better to grade. You see the way it's coming off like cheese now. see how this one goes. This one's not as sharp, but it's shorter. We got the top about right. A little more here. Alright, so I'm going to try to get this straight down here and then worry about the body line later. I can almost shape the body line a little bit here. It's tough though. Over here, there's not much of a body line, you know, where the guy did the body work previously, so I don't know how much you go to. I actually have a hole in the middle there, so we're doing okay. Okay, I'm not going to go any further. Like I said, I got the body line over here. I'm going to need a little putty right here, but and this side's okay. Barely got a body line here. But we can get the rest with sandpaper. Maybe just a little more right here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it came out pretty good. And like I said, I could see I got a slight gully right there. And this here feels pretty good. It's a shame because my body line is right here. Or else I could have completed this top half and then worried about the bottom. But that's okay. That's all part of the deal. Let me take you off. We'll get a better look at this. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Alright, sorry about that, but alright, here we go. It looks pretty good. Let's go around this side. I shaped the bottom too, so that's all ready to go. Yeah, this feels pretty good. So, like I say, it's going to take a little filler right here, but I got to go out to dinner, get something to eat, and maybe we'll come back and we'll do a little sanding. Get some 36 grit up here, and we'll see just how far away we are. All right, we'll see you guys after dinner. All right, yeah, I'm looking at it, and I see a little low spot here, a little low spot here. And maybe right here we might have an issue. But also back here, I didn't put the putty back far enough, so I think we have a problem there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with 36 grit, you know, just to give me a little better idea what we really need the putty. I'm going to use a straight board here, you know, because we're all going like this. You know, when we get down to the real nitty gritty, we'll use a foam former board here, so we'll be able to get it around there. So, you Discovery Channel body men, don't get excited. I'm a professional. I can do it with this. So, let me put my dust mask on and see what we got here. I'm going to change the paper on this. Is pretty old. I thought it would be good enough, but apparently not. So sit back. Alright, let's try this again. Take two. I'm going to continue sanding this, and then I'll turn these back on and see how we did. Alright, you know, we got a sand and everything. We got a better idea what has to be done here. What I thought was a low spot up here is actually a high spot. Right here there's a tiny little crown, because this whole area is supposed to be, you know, sort of smooth, and that sort of has like a high spot on it. So we got to beat that down, or I should say tap it down. And then right here, remember I said it was low? Well, it's actually just this area right here. I'm not going to mess with this. This is low right now, but we ran into another issue. You see, I got a pretty distinct body line here. And then over here, it pretty much goes to nothing. There's really no body line at all. And then, are you still in frame? Over here, I'm down to metal. And this is the actual body line right here. And this whole area here should be sort of concave, like here, and it's flat, and it feels pretty thick. I don't know where the high spots are in this metal, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this bottom repair. Like I say, here's our body line. It goes sort of like that, and it starts out 4 inches and goes down to 2, and what I'm going to do is I might even take the angle grinder out and sort of grind out all this here and try and make a body line. But before I do that, I'm going to fix this dent up here. I should have told you guys with your headphones on. I was going to start banging, but sorry about that. See, you can't do this on a new Fender. It's actually pretty good now. Yeah, that's much better. So like I said, I'm going to grind this out. This whole area down here. After I do this, I'm going to fill this. I'm going to do the top. I'm going to treat this like two different panels. So I'm going to do the body work up here first, then we're going to attack this. It was worse than I thought. I knew the body line wasn't all that great, but it's pretty bad. So, all right, I'll turn these on later on. I got a lot of work to do. All right, yeah, I put a smooth coat on the whole section there, and then I'll just hit that with 80, and that'll be done. And then tomorrow we'll take this outside, and I'll hit this with the 3-inch grinder and grind all out, because that's going to be a mess taking all that out. So yeah, we'll see you outside tomorrow, okay? Alright. Alright. Yeah, it's the next day. We got up early and we came out and we got the top half of this fender done. You know, right up to where the body line is, and it's all ready. You know, it was too early to go outside. I was waiting for it to warm up a little bit. And while we were waiting, we finished sanding all this. So this back half of the fender is done. And I gotta say, it came out pretty good. You know, not your Ferrari Lamborghini quality, but standard customer, bring your car in and get it fixed quality. So we're happy with that. It's actually way too good for this truck, but you know, that's just the way things happen. So, all right, I'm going to take you outside, and you know, I think I was going to use a 3-inch grinder and grind this out, but I think I might cut out a piece of 36 and put it on a DA and see, because this is actually all plastic, I think. So instead of, you know, grinding it out and then putting more filler and stuff like that, I'll just maybe I'll see if I can just shape what's here, and because I got, from the feel of it, it feels like there's enough there to make a body line. So we'll see what we can do. I got to tape it out first. Put a piece of tape across there so I don't go into the top half of the fender. So all right, I'll get this all prepped, and we'll see you outside. All right, yeah, I decided to go with the 8-inch mud hog here. This thing's designed to take a lot of material off at once. I think I might be an 80 grit pad instead of 36. I was going to put a 36 on there, but that might be a little too aggressive. But it's funny that I got the sun here pretty low in the sky, and you can actually look and see how nice that bodywork turned out without even putting any primer on it. You know, so I'm real happy with that. That's damn near Lamborghini quality. Alright, let me see. I'm going to try and strap this fender down. I hate to have that fall off this bench. So I'm going to try and strap this down somehow, and then we'll put yours on a tripod and see about cutting that down. Damn. Alright, I tried a little bit with the disc that was on there. That was an 80 grit. It was wore out, so I put a 36 on here. Brand new. And the old mud hog here is pretty wore out, so let's hope it lasts the job. Let me put my PPE on, and we'll start making some dust. That's about as good as I can get. I got us a body line. I got the body line from here. You know, it's just this little section here that's got to be fabricated. So I'm happy with that. I'm real happy with that. Now we got something. We got something that'll look a lot better than it was. All right, let's bring it inside and do a little body work. Beautiful out here today. A little chilly right now, but it's going to get nicer. Alright, yeah, that's about as far down as I could go, because I started hitting the fender here and right about here. But yeah, if you look at it here, it looks 100% better already. So at least now we got something to work with. Alright, I'm going to drag you guys inside and we're going to start finishing that up. Alright, here's our game plan. Had a high spot here, so I hit that down a little bit, and then this here was our high spot. And it's tough to, with these reflections, it's tough to get a good angle, but and I hit that down. But what I'm going to do, since this is such a long span here, I'm going to we're going to use this as a center point, and we're going to flatten everything out to this point, and then this is going to have to get blended in. So we're going to flatten this to that point too. And I'm not going to worry about this radius yet. I just want to get this whole bottom half. That radius is a piece of cake once you get it flat. So I'm gonna file this all down, probably a 36, and then fill what I have to fill and everything, and make this bottom body line right. So let me do that, and I'll get back to you when I finish and I like what I'm looking at. Alright, let me show you where we're at here. Yeah, things are going well. You know, I had to break out the long boards, you know, the medium board and the long board, but it was nice because you put it in there and it would grab the curve there, you know, like the high banks of Talladega, you know, and it would just go around. And then the bigger one was even better. You know, it looks like you're not getting it, but you get the whole thing, right? And it's staying level. So I got to cut down as far as I can, and I only have a couple of low spots here. Got one right here. It blended in. I got it to blend in nice. You know, you'll never see that down there. And then right here, believe it or not, I got a low spot here. And then I banged this in, so that's a little low, but that's about where it should be. But right here, where we're meeting, is low. So I'm gonna fill in little areas in, and then come back and give this whole thing a nice smear coat, and then we'll cut it, and that whole piece should be nice. Let me do that. Stand back and give me a little room. All right. Yeah, I gave another coat of putty here. Like I said, I filled in the low areas. There's one here, one over here, and one over here. And I didn't realize how close I was, because this here is pretty much perfect right now. If I knew I was that close, I would have come up the edge, you know. Oh well. I had a little putty left over, so instead of throwing it out, I did this corner piece here. We're going to do this a different time, but you know, it's a matter of economics, right? Well, I'm not going to do anything else today. I got to clean this place up because Mike is on his way over. So probably do a little work on some engines. So I'll go see how long this video is, and then maybe we'll add some more and sand this down, and then maybe start over again tomorrow. Alright, we'll see you when we start over again. Alright, it's the next day, and I'm gonna cut this down with 80 and make it as best as I can, and then we'll take all this tape off and run a nice line and put this line up there. This video is getting pretty long, so I'm not going to do too much more filming. I think we're probably up to around 36 minutes, maybe 37 now, so I'm going to try to keep it under 45. Alright, I'll turn this back on after we do this, and going to start something else. Alright, yeah, I filed this down. I'm happy with it. I do have a small gully right here, and I'm going to fix that before I even go any further, because I want this to be perfectly smooth before I even attempt that body line. You know, I could have slopped everything all up and you know, just did it the way all in one shot, but I'd rather do it in steps. You know, you get a better result, and you'll see. I'll show you why I wanted that smooth. And while I did that, I sanded this out, and I didn't think this was going to be as nice as it is. You know, because I just slopped some putty on there because I had extra. But I sanded that out, and that's pretty good. You know, I got a small little. You guys are dealing with some reflections here, and you probably can't see as well as I can. Here you go. Yeah, I got a little low spot right there, and this here I sanded that, and this body line is perfect. But now I'm just going to deal with this, because the rest of it's pretty good. This here, you see that these dark areas, that's the fiberglass underneath, but that's filler, and that sands out too. So you just got to fill this tiny hole here, and this little section here, and this, and then we'll get onto that body line. All right, we got that flat the way I want it, and I'll show you why I wanted to get it like that. And while I sanded that, I also sanded this, and this bottom half is all done here. So you know, I could probably just hit this for a little 220 and then put some heavy primer on there. I wouldn't have to use this glazing putty. You know, it came out so nice. But I'm going to take you and put you in my left hand here, so it's going to be a little wonky, but it's going to be worth it. All right, hold on. All right, hope I don't drop you. All right, now here's why I wanted it flat. Here's the contour here, and what I did is I took a contour gauge, and I got the exact angle I wanted, the exact swale. Here's another one. Here's a cheaper plastic one, but it does the same thing. You know, you stick a contour gauge there, you just push down, and it'll come up with the contour you want. And if you look at that, you know that swale wasn't very big. So what I did is I cut one of these applicators to the exact. Sorry about that. Like I said, it's going to be a little wonky with my left hand. But anyway, I cut it to the exact shape I wanted, you know, for that body line. So since I'm right-handed, I shaped it that way. And I could just stick it right here and run it flat. And just come along and get that whole body line at once. And that'll make things a lot easier. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rip all this blue tape off here, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to put some flexible tape and make a perfect arc, what I want, you know. So then we can start working on the finished product here. Alright, I'm just going to do all that stuff, and then maybe I'll throw you up on the tripod and we'll show you when I put down some mud here and shape that body line. Alright. Yeah, I'm ready to lay that body line out. I could just take a piece of tape and, you know, sort of guess where it's at, and then shape it later. It'd be just fine. But what I'm going to do, make it easy on myself, because you can see how bright everything is, and you're sort of snow blind. You know, some guys would spray these for their guide coat, and then they can see sort of where they're at. But I'm inside here. I'm not going to be spraying anything. So what I usually do is I have like this piece of flexible stainless here. It's actually a Slim Jim, you know, for getting in the cars without the keys and stuff. And it's perfect for what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to go right from the body line we know is supposed to be there, and bring it around here. You know, now I can flex it. I can make that as big as I want, but I'm going to put it where I think it should be. And then I'm going to see if I can get Road Queen out here to lay a piece of pencil mark there for me, so I have something to go by. Let me see if I can get hold of her. Alright, now I just need Road Queen to strike a line there, thumb to thumb. Oh no!
Oh no!
Alright, we'll figure it out. Alright, Thank you, Real Queen. Alright. Yeah, I put you over here so you get a better view, but there really is no good view. If I put you on the other side, you're not going to see what I'm doing. If I put you over here on my right, you're going to get in the way. So, alright, to tape that line out, you can't really use this tape. I mean, you could and get away with it, you know, but when you try to make a radius with this big stuff, you know, it doesn't make the turn, you know. It's all funky, you know. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it gets all crinkled and stuff, you know. But they do have real thin tapes, you know, like 1/4 inch, and you could do that. You could. This here makes a radius real nice, you know. But you know, it's real thin stuff. Then you got the plastic. You know, this is like striping tape and stuff, but it's expensive as heck. So this is what I use. Here's your tip of the day. You saw some good electrical tape. You know, it's thick, so you can sand on it and it won't get messed up. And makes a beautiful radius. Right on the line here. There you go, right where we want it. And then you could actually, if you want to, and you could actually see, if you went over the line, like right here, where I didn't have a line, you could see it's folded over, or rolled over. But this is, you know, we're going to do a lot of fine tuning, so this here is pretty much just a guide, but you want the best guide you can come up with. And this, I found this to work the best. This is something you're not going to see in most body shops. Okay. Alright, so there's your tip of the day. Alright, I'm gonna be doing a little sanding and stuff, and well, no, you know what I'm doing? I'm gonna show you putting the slop down, and then I'll be doing a lot of sanding. Alright. Alright, we'll mix this little bit of putty up and put it down, and then we'll call it quits, because like I say, this video is getting long. Not everybody has a lot of time to watch these things. What am I doing way down there? All mixed up. I don't know how much you guys can see. Okay. Just gonna slap it in here. Go around here. Gonna wind up with a lot of excess, but that's okay, right? I should have thinned this stuff out a little bit, but a little too late for that. Alright, let's see how we go. Okay, so that's going to give us a body line. Clean this up here and fix it up a little bit. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to let that harden, and then we'll sand it down, and you said we call it quits on this one, and we'll start again on something else on the next one. Alright, you guys that hung in there with me on this one, it's a long one. I appreciate it. And those of you that didn't, you don't know what you missed. Alright, see you later.